she really believes she's the saviour of the British royal family.
So you've got to be a pretty weird and twisted person to look at what has been happening in the British royal family over the past few weeks and think, I know the person who accused them of terrible racism is the one who can save them. But Meghan Markle has made that conclusion. As someone who knows strategically that things have not worked out for her in the USA, she is now eyeing a UK comeback after Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's arrest, with Rob Shuter reporting this is her "I told you so" moment, with a gleeful Duchess preparing what she believes will be a show-stopping comeback. Here's the reporting. Sources tell Naughty But Nice that Meghan Markle is newly energised about returning to Britain this year 2026, alongside Prince Harry. Friends say recent royal turmoil has only strengthened her resolve, showing just how ludicrous this human being can be. The insider says she feels vindicated. There's a sense of, we tried to tell you. Now, while the trip is expected to centre around the events tied to the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham, those close to Meghan say this visit is about more than charity. She wants to show the British public what they threw away, a friend says. It's not anger, it's confidence. And Shuter has been told that Meghan is already working with top stylists and designers to curate what one source calls the best wardrobe ever seen on a British royal. After researching hotels in Birmingham, the couple has decided to stay at a private home instead, prioritising comfort and control. Security remains a sticking point, but insiders say planning is moving forward. She's not going back quietly, the source adds. If she returns, it will be on her terms. And Rob Shuter of Shuter Scoop, Naughty But Nice on Substack, joins me now for more on this astonishing reporting. So, Rob, look, we knew that she had changed her mind, hadn't she? Previously, remember, she said, I'm never going to set foot in the United Kingdom again. They don't want me. I'm not good enough for them. So I'm staying in Hollywood. There's been a change there. But what's interesting is that she genuinely believes that the British public will change their mind because of Andrew.
She thinks we need her. She has convinced herself, Dad, that this is her moment, that she can come back like Mother Teresa and fix all the problems in this family. She's absolutely convinced about this. We've done this a long time, and I have to admit, when I was talking to sources very, very close to Meghan, I had to put myself on mute because I started to giggle. I just couldn't believe I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and I wanted the person to keep talking, but my reaction would have definitely shut them up. So I had to mute myself and quickly write down all these cracking quotes. And so she absolutely believes this. And once I did unmute myself and I started to ask more questions, I said, "Is this for real? Is she in on the joke? Is this a PR move?" And they said, no, she has convinced herself in almost like a godlike fashion that she and she alone can fix the British royal family.
I mean, the thing is, Rob, while obviously there's absolutely no chance of that, you can understand, I guess, from a commercial point of view, why she knows that she does have to pivot, because nothing is working. I mean, we saw that disastrous Middle Eastern tour. I know we're going to come to that in a little bit, but that didn't work. Was never, as Lady Colin Campbell calls it, the brand is disastrous. You know, it's like, that's not working. We know the Netflix deal is off. So what I think Meghan knows is that there has to be some type of proximity to royalty. And in the past, my reporting has been that she has been seriously nervous about being booed, being heckled when she comes to the United Kingdom. But again, the landscape on that has changed, hasn't it? Because of the Andrew situation, what we have actually seen over the past few weeks is Charles heckled, is Camilla heckled. Is Edward heckled? Even
Mm,
Anne heckled? These
yeah.
beloved members of the royal family. So actually, if Meghan Markle were to be heckled, I guess her contention is that, well, that's not as big a deal as what it may have been in the
In
past.
today's royal update, new claims are raising eyebrows about Meghan Markle and her possible plans to return to the UK. According to reports circulating among royal watchers, the Duchess of Sussex may believe she could play a role in repairing some of the tensions surrounding the royal family. But critics say the idea is unrealistic and could spark even more controversy. Dan is joined by royal commentator Rob Shooter to break down the latest speculation, what insiders are allegedly saying, and whether a return to Britain for Meghan could actually happen. Could this be a genuine attempt to reconnect with the monarchy, or is it simply another headline-grabbing story in the ongoing royal drama? Stay with us as we unpack the claims and what they might mean for the future relationship between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. And if you enjoy royal news, commentary, and the latest palace developments, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next update.
Yeah, her skill, and there's a lots and lots of problems with Meghan Markle, but her main skill, her main talent is she never lets an opportunity pass
Mm.
her by. If there's a moment that she can make about herself, if there's a moment that she thinks that she can tag on to, she's happy to do that. She's done that throughout her career, even before she met Prince Harry. And so if she gets heckled in Britain, I think your reporting is absolutely spot on. What Meghan will do is she will say, they were not heckling me, they're heckling the royal family. They're heckling they're heckling Andrew. And so she will be able to convince herself that she's got broad shoulders, that she can carry this weight. And what she's actually doing here is that she is going to be the future of the family. She sees this. She sees this not as a moment that really is a family in crisis, a family tearing themselves apart. There goes my doggy. She sees
Lovely.
this as a moment where she can step up and she can save the royal family. She really believes that. People all the time say, "Gosh, it's so delusional. There's no way she believes that." She believes it. She absolutely believes her own destiny. She believes that she is a very special person, and it's not for show. You and me sometimes, certainly me, I can put on a facade if I'm a little bit nervous, but I always sort of know the truth. Not Meghan. She really believes she's the savior of the British royal family.
Well, it's interesting because Angela Levin, our royal mastermind, has reported for some time that Meghan remains convinced that one day she will be queen. And I guess the way that you can sort of come to that conclusion, although clearly I believe this is mad, but just trying to get into her head, her very weird head, is that Harry remains in the line of succession. That's why they're fighting tooth and nail to keep the titles for Archie and Lily too, so that they remain in the line of succession, because we know William has his own plans on all of this, which would potentially mean removing all non-working royals from the line of succession, which would mean bye-bye Harry, bye-bye Lily, bye-bye Archie. But as long as they stay in the line of succession, Meghan's contention is that at some point for William and his family, this could all just get too much, Rob. They might just decide, you know what, this is too hard. We're going to throw in the towel. I mean, I don't see this happening, but I guess it's just how Meghan thinks she's still close enough. You know, Harry is still fifth in line to the throne. There's
Yeah.
still that little
Yeah.
bit of hope that one day there would be Queen Meghan. Whereas my argument is actually, no, this is why the line of succession does need to be resolved, Rob, because the thing is, yes, there's a big issue with Andrew being eighth in line to the throne, but the biggest issue actually is having Harry as fifth in line to the throne, because I think that would end the British royal family overnight. I mean, let's just take the dire scenario, you know, that William says, no, me and my kids, we're out. We're going to be private citizens. We're not doing this. As I say, that's not going to happen. William absolutely believes in his role and his duty, but I'm just using this for a hypothetical situation. There's no way Meghan would come to the throne. There would be such public backlash about the idea of a King Harry and Queen Meghan. I think it would end the British royal family overnight. So for me, that's why there's actually more argument for William's reforms, William's modernization project to happen. Because I think get all of these grifters out of the line of succession. I know there's a massive problem in terms of hereditary monarchy and all of that, but we're in uncharted waters. And what it
Yeah.
means, Rob, is you would see popular working members of the royal family like Princess Anne and Prince Edward be boosted within the line of succession. And I think that would actually increase the popularity of the royal family. Do you know what I mean?
Spot on. I know exactly what you mean here, but I am less skeptical than you about this. I met Meghan 20 years ago when she was a struggling actress. I met Meghan when she was a Deal or No Deal girl. It was a game show here in America. I think you have it too in Britain. If you had told me 10, 15 years ago that Meghan would marry Prince Harry and would be standing on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, I would have said, yes, she will. This is somebody who had that fire in her tummy. This is somebody who has that drive to get what she wants. And so as long as Meghan is in the line of succession, I would not put this past her. She wants this. This is what she thinks she's destined to be. And so it is a long shot. It really is a long shot. I hear what you say, my friend, but also too, opening a briefcase on a quiz show and ending up sitting next to Queen Elizabeth's a long shot. She pulled it off. Don't count her out. This is a master plan. And so far, to more or less extent, she has pulled it off. It is a mistake to underestimate her. It's a mistake to think that everything she does, she fails at. She's had a terrible streak, but she did snag a prince. She married a playboy prince, and she's positioned herself now into an extraordinary position. God forbid that William decides to modernize this family. And one of the things that he decides to do is cut costs, and they all get on a helicopter together. And God forbid something happens to Kate and William and the children. Guess who's going to be the king next? Harry.
Yeah. And this is why Charles and the late Queen Elizabeth II before him all have desperately tried to stop William traveling with his family on
Yes.
helicopters for that
Yeah.
actual reason, because it is a sort of clear and present danger to the British royal family. Rob, what was she like though back then? Did you pick up the sense of ambition even then?
Oh gosh, she was dripping in ambition, and it made her somebody really fun to have a drink with
Mm,
because she was in it to win it. She hunted me out, she hunted other reporters out, my friends here in New York that are at the gossip columns, the editors of magazines. She was super aggressive. A friend of mine was the booker of this morning show, the Wendy Williams show. It's a really cheeky, saucy show here in
great show.
America.